So here we are, and all the jams, doesn't matter which way you create it, you can always click here up on the name and you can change the name. So it doesn't matter which way you create it. Whatever you type, it'll be saved there. So that's the upper left. Over here, coming across, this working area is called a frame. And this little icon or little symbol up here at the top is showing you you're in this whole presentation is one frame. So think of it as a slide in PowerPoint or in slides. It's one work area. Now you can create many PowerPoint slides. You can create many jam frames. So the way to create another frame is all you have to do is click on the right caret or arrow. Now it tells you we're in frame 2, and there's 2 total. If I arrow back, I'm in frame 1. Okay, so I could write here, I'm going to write a 1, so I know this is frame 1. I'm going to go to my second frame. I'm going to write a 2. I'm going to go to my third. I want to put a 3. So now I have 3. And if it's easier for you, if you click on the little icon, it's going to show you all your frames. You see a little 1, a little 2, a little 3. So I've created 3 frames or work areas. I could add more here, or if you see if I hover over them, I can delete them or duplicate them. So I could delete one of the frames. I can hide it again by clicking there. So that's going to show you how many frames. We're in frame 1. These 3 little dots allow you once again to rename your jam, download this frame or frames as a PDF, download them as a image. So maybe if you want to save and show them later uneditable and not using the software, you could do that. You can delete the whole. Now, if you don't remove this jam, it will save to your Google Drive. It doesn't take up any space. Google Drive doesn't count it against you. Once again, our Google Drive is unlimited anyway. But if you don't remove it, it will save it. It will be there. You can make a copy of it. Updates just shows you changes to jams that Google has done. And then you can also send feedback to them, suggestions. Many teachers do this, add suggestions. I'm sure you have a couple great ones already. Sharing, just like all other things in Google, you can change permissions. You can individually add people or groups here. You can change permissions just by clicking on the link. So right now, I have it restricted. Only people added can change it. I can make it anyone in YSD, and I can make them a viewer. I can make them an editor, which means they can make changes. Viewer means they can just look at it. So it depends on what the purpose of the jam is. Is it just information for them, or is it something you want them to work on and do? Okay, and if I want to do that, I'm just going to copy the link and done. Okay. Here we have open in a Jamboard. Like I said, Jamboard is the hardware, and Google actually has its own interactive display, and it's called a Jamboard. And jams are the software or the presentation material, and they play on a Jamboard. So if you click here, it's going to look what Jamboard do you want to play this on, but we don't have a Jamboard. Okay, so now here we have some tools. You have the undo or Control Z, the redo. So I can undo what I last did. I can redo it. Right? And I'm going to go back to 1. You have the zoom, so I can get that, and I can actually have the magnifying glass, and I can zoom in where I want to zoom in, or I can go click on this little down arrow, and I can fit everything into my screen, which says it's about 60%, or I can change it to I want 100%. So that's just your zoom. You have backgrounds. So right now we're in the white background. You see you have these other choices. You have dots, you have lines, you have like your grid, graph paper, darker gray, you have a blue background. And then you have the clear frame. So all the work you've done, it'll erase whatever's on the frame.